Now I'm a real man. I build this foundation with my bare hands. My supporters are family, I don't call them fans. This shit is deeper than Facebook and Instagram. Them ladies fucking with me cause I give them truth.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I am your host, Anthony Lopez. And today we got another badass mother sucker on here, right? For the second time.
Yes,
and we're
sir.
adding this new into the podcast, right? Because my main goal is to be posting 2 and 3 times a week with this podcast,
Nice.
right? So like if we got you out here and you're in Vegas for a couple of days, why did we just shoot one podcast when there's other stuff we could talk about? This is called Modify Your Life podcast. Not only did we modify our life about, you know, with my weight loss, you modified your life with your mindset and decided to do things the right way and become, you know, as successful as you are and still growing every day.
Yes,
but that's a
sir.
whole nother conversation, because while I was on this journey, while I continued to work on myself, nothing in life stopped. I still had bills. I had businesses. I still had stuff to do, and I had to grow. Like, just because I decided to lose weight doesn't mean that my world decided to stop. Just because you decided to make, you know, rap that is going to bring value to people doesn't mean you're making money right away.
Absolutely.
Right? Just when we had a viral video didn't mean right behind it came thousands of millions of bucks, right?
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
facts,
this
man.
whole entire thing is like all about modifying our life, and this is going to be a big part. And so you have a big social media following. I also have a big social media following. I've been viral multiple times. You've been viral multiple times.
Yes, sir.
You got to travel and with so many people. So why not we talk about it? I feel that we both are building successful brands.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We're in the process of building it. Like I just
And it's
started making
life
the money that
brands,
I'm making
too.
right now.
Like
And it's
life
brands
brands.
that we're doing that's actually bringing value to people the right way.
Yes.
Right? We were just talking right now about us turning down like a $500,000 check to lie and say it took some green teas.
Man.
Not gonna give the name out because that was an NDA. I can't be getting in trouble. They'll come back and sue me. But it was some type of tea company. And, you know, I was
Yes.
talking about how difficult that was because morally, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been in that position of like, damn, like I'm gonna take this tea and I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
And like,
bro. I've been in the same situation. I know a lot of influencers and entrepreneurs that are watching this probably have as well. Like, I had a company that was trying to get me to like leverage my following to sell their like insurance fixing thing or whatever, and it was just like a huge pyramid scheme. But like, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of money that they were
yeah,
going to offer.
companies are willing to pay.
But the thing is, you know, just like the homie just said, like, you know, these companies, you know, if these companies are having you sell something or leveraging your following and then they trick your following and you lose the trust with your following,
You never get that back.
you never get that back. And they just go on to another influencer and just rinse and repeat. You
Yeah,
know what
they're
I
making
mean?
their money no matter what. Their brand is never really the one at fault. It's more of the reason why they're using that product is,
yeah.
right? And people don't understand that, you know what I mean? And I see that a lot. Now, obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of different conversation of social media, but we are coming from 2 different backgrounds on social media. Mine is more of the motivate. Well, we're both the motivation, but mine's more weight loss motivation and stuff like that. Fitness, entrepreneur, and yours is the entrepreneur, music and motivation, mental health, right? So we have some of the matching, but I see this all the time on social media where like I meet these people and I seem like they're really cool, and then the company waves something shiny at them, and next thing you know they're selling this stuff that we both talked about that is trash.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's
That's
like one of those
facts.
things. It's like really sucks to see people like kind of sell out their brand for $1,000 check when they could be making thousands every single month for the rest of their life, as long as they stay good with their brand and they stay real with themselves and they stay selling something or working with companies that are actually going to bring value to what their followers want and what's going to be useful.
We come from a microwave generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, creating a brand is like putting something in the oven. You know it's gonna come out great. You know it's gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta wait for it, but you know when it comes out, it's gonna be good. And this generation
They
doesn't.
put shit in the air fryer.
Yeah, they put it in the air fryer, they put it in the microwave. Like if it's not gonna take 5, 10, 20 minutes tops,
They don't want it.
They don't want it. And then they want to get out into this entrepreneur space that takes twice as much, you know what I'm saying?
And they
energy
just want
and
it to
effort. They just want
and
it
then
to
this happen
happen
overnight because they
Yeah.
see all these people, right? Like, oh, if you want to lose weight in 5 days, come follow me and do this program. If you want to become a millionaire overnight or in the next 1,060 days, follow me and do this. But like, there's no skipping this hard work,
Yeah, you
right?
can't
And
skip
we
the steps,
are
man.
2 people talking to have a decent following that could be doing some scumbag stuff with it. But I think it's safe to say we both are not. We care about our brand. And I care about long-term bringing success to myself, but also bringing success to my clients and the people that support me, right? I want to bring the quality, right? Because it takes one bad move for people to hate me.
Facts.
realistically, right? So I got to be careful with how
they're
I
looking
move
for
and
that
how I
bad
give it.
move,
Yeah,
too.
well, some people are searching for
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Right? That's why I document everything. I'm an open book, you know.
Yes.
But like, you know, kind of get into the whole social media side. Like, you know, I was talking earlier. I think it'll be cool to kind of go on that. Does followers equal money?
No.
Right?
Followers do not equate money. Engagement can potentially equate money.
Potentially.
But you have to understand that in the process of building a following, what value are you bringing to the table? How much value are you bringing to the table? And how consistent are you where these people on social media trust what you're saying?
Yeah, and
trust
you have
what
to
you're
build
doing?
that trust. Just because you get
Yeah.
out there with one viral video, which everyone goes viral on TikTok, you know what I mean?
Facts.
It doesn't mean that you have a trusted following. It means you have someone that they have interest in you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they trust you.
Facts.
There's plenty of people I follow who I have interest in, but doesn't mean I'm going to trust them to buy a product yet, right? But you know, because everyone's so used to being sold on something,
Yeah.
right? Like some people don't even know that I'm a first form athlete. Right, which is good because I do post the products, but I'm not gonna go and say like, "Oh, buy this, you have to buy this." I want you to ask me about it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's
like, yo,
very
what's
difficult
that?
because I don't make the world's biggest sales because of it. But do my sales work? Do I make sales? Yes. And are those sales made every single month from the same people because they take the product, they know about the product, they believe in the product? Also, yes. Instead of them just buying one time, they're buying every single month because they use the product.
Yeah.
They know that it's helping them. It's
And you
benefiting.
stand behind it.
And exactly stand behind it compared to some of these people that are like talking some bogus stuff of like, oh, we've helped 1 million people lose weight, we helped 10,000 people lose weight, but yeah, there's nothing to show.
None.
And there's no proof behind it. Or like, this is how I
Like, bro,
lost
there's
weight in
so
60
many-
days.
There's so many rap gurus out there that are trying to teach like independent artists and rappers how to like build their following, and they have no following.
That always trips
They're
me
giving
out.
them advice on how to go viral. They haven't went viral.
So I work with a lot of different companies, and I'm gonna say that, right? I'm gonna say that, and I'm not gonna, you know, this is not to blow anyone out the water, but it always trips me out that I'm getting talked to, and people are telling me how to go viral and what content I need to be posting due to the research that they've done and the numbers that they've done. But yet, if they know this, why wouldn't they grow their own personal brand like this?
Right.
Right? If it's that easy to break the code in the algorithm, then why are you telling me this is how you go? This is how you get 100,000 followers in 60 days, but yet you have 400 followers, 800 followers, 1,000 followers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like people don't understand that, like, well, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't go to someone that is 600 pounds for weight loss advice.
Facts.
I wouldn't go to someone that never been married about advice on my marriage.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't go to someone who is addicted to drugs for, you know, how to build a house. Like you don't do that
don't
stuff.
do that,
Like you just
bro.
do it. You go to the person that masters that craft.
Absolutely.
Right? Every person has a craft that they have to master.
And a
right?
gift.
Every person has a gift. So everyone has value in certain ways. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like my mom, I would never go to her for how to save money at all. But how to be a good parent, I will go to her and I've
Hey.
learned from her. You know what I mean? Because we all have our different stuff to bring value. And I used to think differently though.
Yeah.
I used to kind of think like, well, you don't make what I make, or you don't do what I'm doing, so you bring no value to me. And I used to think like that, and someone kind of checked me, right? Someone kind of told me, he's like, no, he's like, that's not how you think. That person may not have value in that situation, in that scenario, but that person will bring you value in something. It's just not what you're asking at that moment.
Facts.
Right? Because
That's
everyone
real.
has something to bring. And ever since I heard that, I'm like, you know what, an asshole to think like that. Everyone does have value to bring. You know what I mean, everyone has something to offer. You know what I mean?
But the fact that you recognized it, checked
It took someone to check me.
Yeah. You know
But
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You got checked, you sat back, you analyzed it, and you made a change. And so many people just don't give a fuck, bro. Like they'll be like, "Oh, well, fuck him."
well,
Like,
F
you
him.
know what I'm
He
saying?
don't know what I'm talking about.
Like,
He don't know what I'm
what
going
he's
through.
talking about,
Exactly.
you know, and then they just, keep moving on about life, and a lot of disagreements, a lot of friendships, relationships end because people aren't listening to comprehend. They're just listening to respond.
Yeah, sometimes
what I mean?
it's just listen, take it in, and like we talked about in the last podcast, execute.
Execute.
Right? If it's value
No,
to
I
you,
got
right?
homies, bro, that can read the encyclopedia to you word for word, but will never do anything about it. Like it's just wasted knowledge. Like I know homies that like know all about fitness, know all about wellness, know all about the stock market, know all about finances, but they're broke. And
They
it's
don't do anything with it. Well,
they
yeah,
don't do nothing
when
with
my
it. And
first
it's like
speaking
action,
event,
bro. Like if you're not taking action behind this knowledge that you get, like you have acquired knowledge and then you have the knowledge that people take action on. And like it's crazy how many people have so much knowledge and do nothing with it.
nothing with it. And I feel like there's nothing worse than knowing what you're doing is wrong and knowing what you need to do to be correct, but yet you still go the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's worse than the person that's just oblivious to the fact that they are doing the wrong thing.
Facts.
Right? It's like you have the answers, you know what you need to do, but yet you're so lazy you won't execute on it.
Yeah.
You're worse than the person that doesn't know what they're doing is wrong.
That's also called
That's crazy.
ADHD too.
I got ADHD like crazy. I have ADHD.
There's a lot of things I
I'm
want to do
dyslexic.
in life, man.
I have ADHD and I'm dyslexic, bro. And I'm telling you right now, I feel like I'm doing pretty good for myself. It takes a lot of working with, right? Because I can't work against my thought process.
Facts.
But it takes a lot of working with. But where I'm at today, I feel like I just graduated high school. I didn't do anything else after. I mean, I did some classes, like what is it, AA, or what do you get after? Not like is it AA for after college or whatever? Some simple stuff. I didn't get that stuff though. I was really bad in school, bro. But I do love to make money. Like I remember being, I want to say I was around 12 or 13 years old, maybe around that time. And I was working with my uncle, and that's when I first made like a $500 check. And bro, ever since then, bro, I have been addicted
Balls
to
to the
making
wall,
money,
baby.
I've always liked it. I haven't really talked about this, but I've only had 3 real jobs, like quote unquote real jobs in my life.
Facts.
I was a DJ at Skate Depot.
Nice.
Shoot, I think I've only had 2 real jobs. I was a DJ at Skate Depot. I got a check of like $110 for a week and a half of work, and I freaking laughed. And then I got I worked at a vape store for about 4 years. I was like I worked there, and then I became manager, and I ran the whole place.
Nice.
But those are the only 2 jobs I really have. I always had that entrepreneur lifestyle. Because in junior high I was selling. Oh no, sorry. In elementary school I was selling burnt CDs. Now 1, now 9, all that stuff. Bro, gave my mom so much freaking viruses on her computer, bro. Just destroyed her stuff. And then in junior high I was selling G-Shock watches and vape. When it was affordable, when it was not $700 for shoes,
bro,
so I was doing that in junior high, ordering from China and stuff like that.
I had all the colors.
And then I went into the filming stuff, where that's why when you're asking this question about how the podcast setup is, all the years of filming, I got to film for Daniel, the owner of Premium Auto Styling. I got to film for I have a whole bunch of people, whole list of names, and I can't remember any of them, but a lot of big YouTubers I got to film for.
Facts.
And then all that stuff. But in high school, I was a DJ. I skipped to high school. I was a DJ in high school.
Nice.
So I DJ in high school, made my money there. But I've always had that mindset of I could go out and do something that someone's not willing to do and make money off of it.
Yep.
Right. And that entrepreneur lifestyle that I cannot pronounce that damn word right now, but I'm gonna keep saying it the way I'm saying it, is always been in my blood, and it's always felt like it came from my Uncle Joe, and how he showed me how to make money. He showed me the value of money. My uncle, I remember, bro, I'll never forget. Bro, my uncle's house is badass, bro. He's Anaheim Hills, bro. It's $1.5 million house, bro. Freaking chilling. He had the H2. He has the H2. He had a Mercedes in the driveway.
Ooh,
the
Hummer.
Hummer. Oh, the Hummer was a thing to have.
That was a thing.
You know what I mean? And I used to always go over there, and he would damn, I like all this. I think it's just cool. And then until I'll never forget where he moved in. Remember one time we ordered pizzas from the pizza place, and the pizza person, bro, he was driving a Mercedes. The pizza delivery was driving a Mercedes, bro. But I love that though. You know what I mean? Because I walked into a store, and it was my uncle. It's my uncle owned all this. Every single piece of glass and crystal that is there, you know what I mean? It was there. So that always sparked something in me to holy crap.
I want this.
I want this. Right? Maybe not be making custom trophies and selling Swarovski and stuff like that, but I want something like this one day, right? And I would always work for it, bro. Did you ever get that taste of it's almost there, but then you lose everything?
Oh, bro, it's my life story.
Yeah, it's like that song that went viral.
You feel me? Got so close so many times, man. And I too, around in the teenage years, went through the same thing, man. But my uncle didn't own a store. I was inspired and intrigued to want to get money by drug dealers.
Trapping. That's how Jay-Z. Bro. That's how. Wait, was it Jay-Z? Who that's how he
Jay-Z,
get
pretty much every rapper.
Every rapper.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to name one person. Everyone's every rapper. Anthony, what are you doing, bud?
Yes, sir, man. But just it wasn't just what I'm saying. It was everything about them though that I truly idolized for a long time, because it was they had the car, they had the girls, they had the cribs,
the Rolexes.
You know what I'm saying? The Rolex, you feel me? And it was just one of those things, man, where it was growing up in the hood, growing up in poverty, man. That was the only time you seen somebody successful outside of somebody's grandparent with a Cadillac in the driveway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you kind of started to cut you off, but it is interesting because so I grew up seeing stuff like that, right? Yeah. Being in Orange County, there's obviously, the beach and stuff like that. There's a lot of money around there. But also going to Anaheim Hills where my uncle lived, I got to see the other side of life. Like, you got to show me a lot of things, stuff like that. And you grew up seeing a lot of that flashy stuff that was from like illegal money, but it still gave you that fight of wanting to be something, which now you make your money legal. It was a balance,
man. Like seeing the drug dealers and stuff like that, but then growing up with my grandparents and my grandfather, working in the factory for 36 years and retiring. My grandmother working at the hotel, and like
the 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah, like seeing them getting up and going to work every day, and then seeing, going out into my neighborhood and seeing what was going on there, and just coming from an upbringing of hard work. Do the work. Like keep your head down. Like work. Be happy with what you got.
Go to school. Go to school. Work.
And like for me, it was crazy because I wanted to go to like school and like I had like college aspirations and things. Got accepted to a bunch of colleges, and the downside of being raised with my grandparents was like I got accepted to these colleges, and I brought all these like acceptance letters home. Like, oh my God, look, and they're like, we can't afford college. Like, you better go get a trade or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better go get a welding degree or something.
Is that when you could taste the success and then it was taken away?
Yeah, I thought like, I thought for sure, like, okay, I'm going to college. Like, I'm about to go really like take over the corporate world and do something really awesome. And like, that fizzled away. And it was just like, there's no money for that. Yeah. There's no. And
so did that lead you into wanting to go and trap and sell?
Oh yeah, that led me into selling drugs full time.
Because it was like a stab in the chest. Like, you worked hard to have something.
I wanted to do right.
But you end up falling victim to was it falling victim to your upbringing or your society?
I feel like it was circumstances and environment.
Yeah, your environment.
Yeah, bro.
And that's so crazy because like on my end, like I didn't grow. I grew up in like Orange County, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I didn't see all that stuff too much. I like to look at myself as kind of sheltered in a way. I seen some things,
For sure.
But I never like tried to live that whole thug lifestyle. I never played it off like I was.
And that was me too. Like I never wanted to be the thug. I was like, man, I'm too fly for that shit.
That's just your environment.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be the flashy drug dealer.
I want to live the drug dealer lifestyle without having to do anything illegal.
No, I want to do the illegal shit too. No, don't get me wrong. Like, no, I want to do the illegal shit. I just want to do it in a very fly way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to I don't want to be the shooter. You know what I'm saying? I want to pay the shooter. You feel me?
Oh, like, man. He want to get out with his now later Gators on, shoes on with the pimp cane, baby.
You feel me? Like, what? Big timers, bro? What?
Looking like Big Worm.
It was a time. So,
that's crazy.
And then,
I like that.
Everything that was, being, portrayed in rap and everything, and being a young teenager, not having a dad, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that.
You had to fend for your own.
Yeah.
You had to get it done no matter what.
I just had to do a lot of soul searching at a young age.
That's interesting.
And going through, being adopted, not really knowing the people that created me, and just kind of going through the motions, finding all of these like father figures, that horrible father figures in the street, you know what I'm saying, that would see that I needed that guidance and like try to steer me in whatever way that was
false comfort.
Yeah, it was false comfort, it was for their advantage, you know what I'm saying? And, there was a lot of things that I had to learn, and like I had to really, just fall on my face and learn the hard way a lot of times.
Modify your life?
Yeah, I had to modify. Like I was like, I did the drug thing and I was like, I don't want this shit. No, this ain't worth it. Yeah. And then pivot, you know what I'm saying, into music, seen the lifestyle and started living the lifestyle, and then seeing things in the lifestyle. And I was like, modify.
You know what I'm saying? We're modifying a lot over here today.
Yeah, man, I had to, but that's the one thing about entrepreneurs. We aren't afraid to fail.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
And I talk about this with Frankie because she's the rock behind everything also that helps me, but once she went through her stage, she was so scared to fail. I was like, let me tell you a story real quick, because I'm going to tell everyone a story that I don't really share a lot, but it sucks. It still sucks when I bring this up, but this really changed my life and to allow me to accept failure and to learn from it and do better, right? So when I was in high school, I was a DJ, right? I'm not going to say my name. People are going to see this clip and they're going to comment, and I'm going to hate every single one that does that, right? But anyways, so I had an album release party, right, in Hollywood, right? Spent almost like 5 G's, rent out the place, got DJs, all this stuff like that. No one showed up. It was my best friend. I think my best friend Caesar showed up. There was a guy named Charlie there, my mom and dad, and my girlfriend at the time.
Bro, shout out to
Other than
all
the
of them for
DJs,
showing
no
up.
one else showed up.
Damn.
Bro, I dropped all that money. I was heartbroken, bro. Like, I worked really hard. I had a semi-okay following on social media.
Yeah.
All that stuff, bro. And I was just beat up, bro, for like 4 or 5 days. I felt like a loser. My girl at the time was there. My family saw, my dad saw me fail. My mom saw me fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Charlie saw me fail, whoever. I think Caesar actually came out there too. I'm not sure. If he didn't, fuck him. Yeah, but anyway, that's my best friend in elementary school. So, but yeah, no one showed up, bro. And I was like devastated, bro. Like, it really, really sucked, right? Because I'm like, man, like, I had this and people said they're coming and RSVPing on Facebook and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I like kind of sucked it up and I stepped back from the situation. Like, damn, like my pride's beat up, but like, I've kind of dissected it. I'm like, okay, it was raining that day. All right, I'm from Orange County. I did it in Hollywood. Yes, it sounds good to do in Hollywood, but why would I do it in Hollywood? So I'm gonna find this hookah bar that's in Orange County in Anaheim, close to where we're raised, where we're born and stuff like that, and where we grew up. And I was like, hey, you know, like I have this album release party. I want to do it. I want to do it in Orange County. I tried it in LA, it didn't work. He's like, oh, I don't know if your first one didn't do good and what about this one? I was like, I ain't gonna fail again. That's what I told him. His name was Jack. His owner was a for
Shout out to Jack.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. So he let me do that place, and I was like, all right, you know, all right. So I ended up talking to my friends. All right, Orange County next, and I think he gave myself 2 weeks. All right, album release party. We're gonna have it. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, we pre-sell tickets. All my friends start selling tickets. Everyone, the first night's already sold out Friday night.
Nice.
Right? So then we're like, bro, well, let's go Saturday. Fuck, we start selling more tickets, right? $10 tickets for this. Now we have this whole hookah bar shut out, right? For the now the today's event, bro. So we ended the hookah bar doing so good, and the album release party did so good when that time came to have it.
Yeah.
We did it a second weekend in a row and sold out that hookah bar. You know what I mean?
See?
And now it's not just the album release party. Now it's just the goddamn club in that place. Cops came, everything. I made my money, but you know what I mean? But what that showed me is that like failure is part of winning.
Absolutely.
Right? I had to fail because if I didn't fail, then I wouldn't know how to respect the win that I got by doing
And
2
it taught you
weekends in a row.
everything. And it taught you
2
everything you
My
needed
friends
to
still
do
talk to me
different.
about, it taught me everything I need to do different. It taught me the game plan. And ever since then, bro, like I'm like, okay, I'm all right with failing as long as I take a lesson from it. Right? Because if I fail and I don't learn from it, then that was just a waste of my time.
Right. It's not a
right. And
loss,
I've
it's a
never,
lesson,
let me
bro.
tell you, that was very hard. It was hard for me to walk in that place and tell the DJs like, hey man, no one's showing up. Like we just got to pack up. Like there is no harder feeling than packing up all your DJ equipment from an event that you thought was supposed to be cracking at 11 o'clock at night, ready to go, like excited, and like no one, bro. Like I was like that person that had a party and no one showed up.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
how I felt, bro. I was low.
Yeah.
But at the same time though, I talk about it now and I share that story because I'm happy that it happened because I know that I never want to feel like that again. So I'm going to work my ass off to not feel like that. And if it does happen again, I know that I can learn from it. I know that I could do better next time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro. I got so many stories like that.
What's up?
Being
Share
a
one.
rapper,
Let's
bro.
hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear the worst one.
Yeah.
I gave you my worst one right now. I can't. I've
Wow.
never talked about that before.
I'm trying to think of the worst one, man. No, all my shit was packed, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not investing. All my shit was
All right,
packed,
cool.
bro.
Well, thanks for making me share my story. I regret that part. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, one thing though is when I made a pivot. When I made a pivot into start and I changed what type of music I
From
was
that Thug
making.
Nasty music to
You know what
that.
I'm saying? From like the stuff I was doing beforehand, shit was all packed, crazy, all the time. And then when I started this new journey, and I asked people to like show up and do things, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of these new things, like people were scared. Like the homies
you
that
ain't
I had.
drinking? We ain't smoking?
Like
Wait,
what? Like what is this gonna be? A
Are we gonna
sober
have
party?
fun?
Like what is this, bro? Like it's a,
Who's
it's
bringing
a
the
rap
pizza?
concert. Like what? And like I remember the first joint that I threw. Like I had all these rappers that I had relationships with and stuff like that, and they were just like, "Well, you're about to do like this sad songs and stuff, bro. Like what's
You about to Drake
You know what I'm
them?
saying? Like what's going on here?" And so like nobody really wanted to bite down on the show, and I was like, "All right, well, I'll just throw the show myself," and sold out.
Damn, must be nice.
And then you know what I'm saying, and then like, but I had to put in all of that work.
You had
though.
to
when I
fight
seen
for that.
when I seen that like people were intimidated and didn't really see the vision of like me just pouring my heart out and just being myself. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't down with that. They wanted to just the party version of me. And
Yeah, and you're not fun when you're not partying.
yeah, it taught me
right?
that a lot of people are comfortable with the version of you that suits them best.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You found out what people were here
Very
for
quickly.
a season and what for a reason.
Man, bro,
for
I'm
sure,
trying
man.
to tell
That
you.
same thing when I made that switch over to the weight loss stuff and I stopped, bro. I was partying, bro. I don't know how my heart is probably living off of borrowed time right now. I was partying a lot, bro. I was
outside.
overweight. I was outside a lot.
It's overweight and outside,
A lot.
baby.
Overweight outside. I'm talking about EDC 2008, 2009,
Ooh, not
2010.
EDC, baby.
Like, I'm talking that, man. Yeah, exactly, bro. So like I'm living on borrowed time. I feel like this heart has been through a lot. Like, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when I started getting into like the health and stuff like that,
when
bro,
you
my
start
phone
walking
went
in your
from
purpose.
ringing. Yeah, exactly. When I started walking in my purpose, bro, that phone went from ringing every 25, 35 minutes to reading every 25 to 35 days.
Man, real
And then
spit.
now that I made it, now that I've been like, you know, I'm putting air
Now it's
quotes for people
popping. Now you
watching.
need two
Now I
phones.
need
You know
two
what I'm
phones. You
saying?
know what I mean?
Like-
Now everyone's like, hey, bro, I remember from high school, bro, I always believed in you, bro. I'm like, bro, didn't you hook up with a girl that I liked and I told you I liked her?
Man.
You believed in me then? You believed in me so much you hooked
Titty
up her
slapped
for
me
me.
in the locker room, fam.
Bro, didn't you titty slap me?
Titty slapped me, bro.
Didn't you have me sit on a chair that was broken and watch me fall through it? Like,
Bro,
come on,
like,
bro.
come
Like,
on,
that's a
man.
lot of support, bro. That's a lot
Lots
of
of
support.
support,
But
man.
you know, it's fun. It's
I
funny you
love
say
it,
that.
man.
Once you make that shift, bro, once you
It's-
make that modification to your path, people are like, oh, hey, I don't know,
I
man.
don't
Like, you
know.
don't seem fun no more. And then when you make it, you're like, hey, bro, man, I always believed in you, bro.
Or they tell you how inspired they are by it, you know? And as an entrepreneur, like for anybody watching this, like understand that this road is lonely. This road is gonna cause you to sacrifice time. It's gonna cause you to sacrifice time with your friends, your loved ones, your family. It's gonna force you to be frustrated. It's gonna force you to lose money. You're gonna lose time. You're gonna lose.
But
so many
question
things.
though, question. Do we really lose it though? Because at the end of the day, like,
I lost out on some shit.
how's your, for sure, the
Yeah.
memories and stuff like that, right?
Facts.
Right, but God willing, those people are still here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Right? And we can always make those memories. But like, now how's your financial freedom feel, bro? Because I felt like I spent way more time being broke and struggling about being broke and stressing about being broke and stressing about driving Uber for 12 fucking hours on the weekend while I just worked 7 hours at a company, you know what I mean, making content, compared to now where like I start work, I get to help people. I get to go to the gym every single day, which I was checked, and I'm speaking out loud. I was checked that it's a luxury, you know what I mean, to do what I do. But this is also a life I built for myself. You know, I was talking with someone.
You put in all the work.
I put in the
to do
work,
that.
you know. But it is a luxury though, because we have a lifestyle that's built around us and around our, using the air quotes, success and what we've done. Now we have a luxury. Some people don't have that luxury yet because they didn't choose to go out and double down and take action on what they really want to do in life.
Absolutely.
We decided to do that. We're sitting here. You came from a rough upbringing. I came up from a sheltered upbringing, right? You came up without a father. I also came up without a father. You know what I mean? So we're surrounded by hard workers in their own little category.
Yeah.
Right.
Statistically, we're not supposed to be.
We're probably.
know what
I'm
I'm
mixed.
saying?
I'm mixed. You know what I mean? I
Right.
got, you know what I mean?
You feel
I
me?
ain't mixed with black and white or anything. I'm black and Mexican. So maybe I'm not supposed to be successful. Maybe it is whatever it is.
Statistically, bro, you're supposed to be on the east
I'm
side.
supposed to be on the east side of LA somewhere?
bro.
Okay.
Not in the east side.
All right. Maybe like that. But you know, but like, and we're sitting here though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we both own six-figure companies done correctly. Right. And I know you got the receipts to prove it if ever need to be shown. And I also have the receipts to prove it. I trust me, I look at it every single day. I'm like,
Right.
oh shit, I made that in the last 6 months. I was like, what? Okay, where does it go though?
Or I spent that.
All right.
You're like,
Oh my god. Hey, shout out to my angel, my assistant. I'm not my assistant. My accountant, Angel, man. I put him through the loop. I hit him up the other day. I was like, hey, so I'm thinking about getting a jet ski. So is this a write-off? He's all, if you brand it and make content, yes, it's a write-off. I was like, say less. I hit my
Say
boy
less.
Daniel. Like, Daniel, I need my jet ski wrapped with heavy
I need
modified
this, right?
logo.
I
Let's
need it
go.
all. I need it all on it, man.
But you know, we weren't supposed to be here, bro.
Facts.
And how did it feel when you looked in your bank account or your account to let you know how much money you made that year? Like, say your first 100,000. Like, how did that feel when you made your first 100,000? And let me just throw it out right now. Some people 100,000 is not a lot, right? Some people are thinking like, oh, what's 100,000? Well, 100,000 is a lot when you set a goal to make 100,000. Now you're making more than that. You know what I mean?
100,000
I'm talking
is
about
a
his
lot.
first 100,000 because I got a check right there that signed $1 million to myself, and I'm gonna check it one day.
I'm gonna cash that baby in.
I'm gonna catch it. Not
Nah.
today. Trust me, I ain't there yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to
I'ma
catch
get
it. You
there.
go chase that right now, bro. The bank's gonna laugh. I tell you that right now.
Bro, 100,000 is a lot to somebody that was used to seeing negative 100 in their account. You know what I
Damn,
mean?
I had to sell Xbox.
You feel
Last
me?
minute to
Like-
make rent. The day before, remember that? The day before we had rent, I got the Xbox sold. I was like,
Yep.
sold.
That's, but that's the sacrifices that God and the universe asks from you to make to see how truly passionate you are about your vision.
I wasn't even ready for it though. I could tell you right now, bro. I wasn't ready for it.
Nobody's ever ready.
No, I'm talking about like mentally, bro. I wasn't.
No,
I didn't work hard. I was 500
ever-
pounds, 600 pounds, bro.
Nobody's
wasn't
ever
really
mentally ready. We just do it.
Yeah, it's
you
so
know
crazy.
what I mean? And figure it out along the way.
It's nuts.
Like if you get, and you entrepreneurs out there that people in like the corporate world that are telling you like to do X, Y, Z. A lot of them are just winging it, bro. Like I've met a lot of very high corporate people. And
Hey, I've been in some tables
people,
where
you're like, bro, you make how much and you do what here at this company?
Oh,
and
my
like they're
God.
totally winging it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro,
He's not lying. He's hitting.
it's so many. And
I've
you're
been in
like, bro,
rooms.
it's crazy.
I've been in rooms where I'm like, I'm gonna call my boy Daniel out. Everyone knows who Daniel is who follows me. Everyone, that's my best friend. I'm about to be his best man. That's his thing right there. That's me be his best
Hey,
man in the
man,
wedding.
congratulations, brother.
I told him one day, I was like, Tim, I was like, no disrespect, bro. I love the shit out of you. I was like, but the fact that you're successful shows that anyone can fucking be successful because you are the most outlandish, childish motherfucker I know, right? And he's humble as like I'm just talking about how how guys are, bro.
Yeah.
We're childish, bro.
Facts.
And I was like, if you can make it, bro, anyone can make it. And now, like, I'm coming up close to making what he makes in a year, so that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
feel
But
me?
and
But it's
it's
having
true
that
because
too,
we're humans.
Yeah.
Like, take away the followers, we're just humans that want to be successful and we're willing to put in the work that other people won't do,
Absolutely. Man.
right? How many people have lost weight before? A lot. How many more people have lost weight before me? A lot. How many people lose weight after me? A lot.
A lot.
But are you willing
How
to
many people
document
rap?
it? How many people rap?
How
How
many
many
people
people
rap?
talk about their real emotions though?
Facts.
How many people post about, not be able to see your dick at 600 pounds?
You feel
and
me?
you'd be vulnerable with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I just posted stuff that people are scared to talk
It's
about.
American nightmare right there.
That is, man. It was just interesting. Now we're good though. We're solid.
Right.
We're
No,
good
but,
now.
but
Life's
that's
great.
the thing, man. Like being able to be vulnerable about embarrassing moments.
Yeah, people have
You know
like
what I'm
this
saying?
ego,
Like
bro.
people don't want I mean, let's be honest, a lot of our the scaling of our businesses was for social media, but social media is the scariest place in the world to be vulnerable.
Bro, so I remember this. I'll
Like,
never
nobody's
forget this comment.
showing.
I'll never
Nobody's
forget the
showing,
comment,
bro. Like
I'll never forget this comment.
what was it?
Someone once told me, it was like the first time I seen the comment. I never pay attention to comments. TikTok.
Oh,
be
we
winning.
talked about it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about when
Someone
it was going
like,
viral. We're like,
why
bro,
am I-
don't read the comments. Don't really. You don't read them either. Nope, me neither, bro. Like, don't do
Bro,
it.
someone
It's
straight
not
said,
the-
he's like, yo, I pinned it because it just hurt me that much. I had to just bring light to it.
Yeah.
Someone was like, why my man look like a melting ice cream?
Oh, no.
I looked at it. I screenshot it. I put my phone down and I looked at Francine. I was like, yo, the internet always wins.
Always wins. Bro.
It always wins.
They
But it was
always-
funny. I had to pin it. I had to laugh with it, bro, because obviously I have the loose
hey,
skin
man,
and stuff.
I've laughed through a lot of pain. I've laughed through a lot of pain.
I'm laughing right now, even though I'm still trying to
feel
look for
me?
that fool that said that.
Right?
Check
I'm
him
gonna
real
catch
quick.
you, bro. Like we
Yeah.
catch you outside, bro.
But it does. Like we're doing something that is difficult. We're doing something that's scary. Yeah, we're getting out there and we're talking about our trials and tribulations. We're talking about being successful. We're talking about growing a brand. We're talking about how to grow a brand, or we're talking about weight loss. Whatever it is, we're getting out and we're talking about something that people won't talk about. Whether it be your own life situations that you've been through, whether it be me and being obese and not be able to fly on a plane and do certain things. Like people are embarrassed to talk about that because we hold like other people's opinion about us so high. We're scared to actually share it, but not knowing that the person next to us that maybe feel like we're judging or we're trying to impress probably has the same insecurities.
Same,
You know
the
what I mean?
same. It just brings you back to that human element, you know what I'm saying, that's so hard to find on social media. Like so many people are scared to be themselves. People only post the highlights. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't post the downfalls.
They don't post their credit
like,
score. They don't
you know what
post
I'm
their
saying?
that credit card debt.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? Because
Like-
I know my boy. But put it this way, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus, babe. I had that Camaro, supercharged, different body kit or not body kit, different spoilers, wheels, all that different stuff. Taking first place trophies, bro. I was like $30,000 in debt.
Jesus.
I couldn't afford any of that stuff.
Damn.
I couldn't afford any of it. Like my girl would help me. She
You're going hard. That
the race
Camaro was
seats,
hard, too.
I still got it. It's in the house. It's a Kelly house. It's at the Kelly house.
Nice.
I still have that. I love that thing for that reason alone. But I don't know how I afforded it, bro. Like I was trying so hard to mask the fact that I was overweight with that fucking car that I was going in debt, bro. Like I was like $30,000 in debt off of like, car parts. I built it off over time, bro. Like we would use her credit card, we would pay that thing off, then we use my credit card, and then she would do it again, rent to repeat,
Yes.
pay for whatever it is, bro. I'm like, how dumb was I to like
That Camaro was modified.
that was that was the start of it all. But like
was
it's crazy.
modified.
Like now I don't even touch it. I love it. I keep it. I don't need to
Yeah.
sell it because I make enough money to keep it, right?
Facts.
And that's always gonna be a big part of my life. And I got to spend a lot of time with that. Meet amazing people. Mike from MMFR, Tad, freaking Kenneth. everyone's name
Built
that
a
I have
lot of
not. Built a lot of
relationships
relationships, amazing people I still talk to. Night Fury just was here the other day with this girl, you know what I mean? And also too, my boy was just here. His pops just passed away, so I want to say, you know, rest in peace to the pops, man. Condolences to that. Shit, man, that sucks. But yeah, hopefully, you know, he watches this and he gets to hear that because, you know, hopefully brings a little smile to his face.
Absolutely.
But
man.
you know, it just goes to show, like, bro, I didn't even care about that stuff, bro. Because once my grandpa passed away and I started getting my path, probably haven't even touched that Camaro. I love it because I see the video and the content I made with it. But I really wasn't in love with it. It wasn't who I was. It was that Band-Aid I had right, to make me look cooler.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's like
So many people do that, in masculine, you know, jewelry, drugs, everything. I mean, everybody's done it, man. And like, you know, when it comes to building your following, and if you really want to do, like, especially social media, like you really want to do something on social media, man. And we've had the I want to say pleasure, what's word should I use? The luck and the opportunity and blessing to be able to tell our story and go viral off of our real lives.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
like, just being ourselves.
Just being ourselves. And that's why, but like, if you're looking for a niche to get into, you're looking for something to do on social media, you have to figure out something you can do effortlessly. Being ourselves happens effortlessly. If you have a niche or something that you do, make sure it's effortless. Make sure you can do it when you're sick. Make sure you can do it when you're tired. Make sure you can do it when you don't want to do it. Make sure you can do it when you're angry, because it's going to show. And if you start building a following, people start depending on you for whatever niche that you bring to the table, you have to feed that. And if it doesn't feel natural feeding that, it's not going to become successful. I promise you. So, and if it does, you're going to be miserable. You're not going to.
You're still doing something you don't love.
Yeah, you're going to take everything for granted. You know, there's people that get their check every week, hate their job, blow their check, miserable.
Hey, wait, who are you talking to, man? Chill. I just told you about that one, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah,
that's the way. That's
I got
hood
rich for a second. No, it is, man. Yeah,
that's why it's so crucial to do that and stay consistent with it, man. Like, this is not for the weak-hearted. This is an overcrowded area of work. You know,
you know, they say you work for someone, you work from 9 to 5, you work for yourself, you work 24/7.
Absolutely.
And that's the biggest thing, bro. And I love it though. Let me just say right now, bro, I wouldn't change this life for anything. The mean comments, the freaking this, the that, because at the end of the day, I'm bringing value to someone off of me being me. Right. And the craziest thing, and it's so true, right? Hearing it from you and someone's listening to this and someone's gonna be motivated and inspired to go do what they've been wanting to do for a minute, right?
Thanks.
But, you know, I hit up Andy because I was doing the Steve Harvey show.
Yep.
And like, me and Andy, I can't believe we're friends. Like, even just saying that me and Andy Frisella are actual friends, it's crazy. And I was telling him, like, yo, I forgot what I was sharing something with him. I think I sent a video and I told him, like, I'm about to do Steve Harvey show tomorrow. I go on the stage tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I'm freaking nervous. And he told me, he's like, bro, he's all, remember, you're where you're at today for being who you are.
Yes.
So why are you nervous to be yourself?
Right.
And now, obviously, if any of my girlfriend told me that, my best friend told me that, anyone they said, I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. That was all the help. But Andy Frisella told me, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, bro.
You're right, bro.
I'm me. You know what I mean? But that's the realest thing, though, bro. Like, people are going to rock with you for you being you.
Yeah. And like, the more you be yourself, the more you attract people that are gonna rock with that.
Yeah.
You don't want to put off some type of image that's not you, and then you attract all these people that are attracted to that, and you can't keep that vibe,
people notice
bro.
it though.
They're gonna notice
people
it.
People like me and him are laughing at it. We're like, man, these guys sold out too.
Like, you see
man, they sold out too. We see it, man.
Yeah,
you know?
we see it. It's been a lot of people that came and went on this journey, man. And you know, when you're just living a facade, bro, like, it's gonna show on social media, and people will point that out and they will leave very quickly. Like, the internet is a savage place.
The internet is a
savage
cancel
place.
I'm hoping I won't get canceled.
Tuck your feelings in your sleeve, man, when you get out here into this business world, because it is business at the end of the day. Although you can build it around your lifestyle and things of that nature, it is business. It's a job. You have to get up and do this, and nobody's gonna come help. It's going to take you for you to get it off the ground for people to even want to get involved.
Oh my gosh, bro. There's so many people that are probably just listening to this right now, biting their tongue like, God damn it, I should have just stayed with my boy. I knew he should have did it. Because like now the people that have been rocking with us, other than like, you know, my close friends who, you know, didn't really work with me or help grow it, but they were supporting me, you know, with the most they can because they have their own stuff doing. There's some people that could be sitting really nice right now.
Yeah.
But they ain't, right? Because they didn't want to put in the work. Like that instant gratification, bro, that
cut off so many
mindset
people. Cut
of
off so many
people
people.
thinking that they deserve something without working for it because they set themselves at a certain standard because their mommy and daddy told them that they're a number one sport, they're a number one winner, that they got it, you could do it. The fact that people think that because they get their second place trophy, they think they're just as good as the first place, but they're not willing to put in the work as first place. Bro, that audacity is disgusting to me, bro.
Disgusting,
Like
man.
you have to put in the work. You have to get driven.
There's no
driven
participation awards here.
No.
None.
No.
You don't get a award for participating.
You got to put in the work, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, where you're sitting here, and we're not, I'm not going to say I'm successful, bro. I'm going to say that I'm blessed. I'm not successful yet.
Very
I don't
blessed.
see that, but I can tell you what, at the end of the day,
We on that road though.
I do own a 6-figure company.
You feel me?
Right, well over 6-figure company.
Right, say it
I think we're
again.
getting something.
Say it again, bro. It
I
sounded
do
good.
well
It
over
sounded
6-figure
good, bro.
company.
You know what I'm saying?
I do, and I
There we
did it
go.
the right way, bro. I didn't sell
Yes.
no freaking stupid teas. I didn't go and lie to people, say I helped change people's lives, and I didn't do anything. I didn't
stuck
go.
to the script,
I stuck
bro.
to the script. I posted everything I've done, the good days, the bad days, the wins, the losses, the crying on camera, the riding on planes for the first time, whatever it is. I posted my real self. I stayed true, and that's why people relate with me, right? And that's why my
gonna be your
brand will
legacy
be forever.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but forever, because there's gonna be people that don't like me, bro. There's people listening to stuff like, "F this guy." I remember this guy freaking buying NOS balloons in high school. You're right, I was right, but that's not me anymore. You know what I mean? That's the whole piece.
Facts.
You try to come up with that old news. I'll put it out there. That was me, right? But that's not me anymore. But I put in that work that people don't want to do, man.
Yep.
I put in the work that people are not willing to do. My girlfriend has put in the work that people don't want to do. We've been up countless nights.
Shout out to the girl, man. We see
She's back there.
you,
She's back there
right?
cutting up
Holding
the
it
camera.
down,
People don't
man.
modify Frankie. She built a whole community of people that hate me but yet love me at the same time.
I love
You know
that.
what I mean? But it's
That's
like
what's up.
we put in the work that people are not willing to do. That's it. That's
Yeah.
literally it.
Facts. And I mean, you got to think about it.
We shot
to
2
the-
podcasts in 2.5 hours.
You feel me? And it's like the cake mix, you know what I'm saying, story. Like everybody loves cake, you know what I'm saying? But when you come out and you got flour and eggs and all of these ingredients that you got to mix together to make this cake, everybody's like, just let me know when it's done, man. I'll come get a slice. You feel me?
My
And-
grandma used to read me a book like that. I think it's called The Lady and the Hen or something, where
and that's how it is, bro. That's
No one wanna help her
exactly
cook
how
it.
entrepreneurship is. That's how business is. That's how having a vision and trying to manifest. That's what it's about, bro. There's gonna be people that might scramble the egg for you real quick. They might pour a little flour in there, but they're not trying to stick around until this cake gets
they don't
done.
want to see it rise.
No.
No, they don't want. They're gonna be for a rise. Like, oh wait, we still got more work to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
But they
anyone
will
out
show
there-
up with a plate.
Ooh,
They'll show up with a
they
fork
will,
and a plate.
They will definitely show up for dinner for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
100%.
And you
So
know,
like, I want you to. So this is my first time talking about stuff like this. So anyone out there listening, I really need your comments, like whether it be on
Facts.
Spotify and Apple Music, YouTube.
Drop your questions,
I need drop your
all of
questions
that.
and let me know what you thought about this, because this is like I said, we talk weight loss and self development stuff like that, but this is also part of what I've done with my life.
Yep.
I have turned into driving Uber to not having $150 in my savings account to owning a 6-figure company and helping people, along with so have you and stuff like that. So it's like, why not talk about it?
yeah, bro.
Why not be
Somebody
able to
needs
say
to
like,
hear
hey,
it.
work on yourself and then make money doing it too.
Facts.
Doing it the right way, but put in the work first. But so I need everyone's comments. Like, do you want me to keep going? The more comments I see, the more people thumbs up. I'm like, cool, let's keep doing it, because this was a good conversation. But I want you to end on this, because these are only supposed to be like 15, 20 minutes, but me and you are talkers.
Yeah, we do this.
Anyone, I want you to be talking to any entrepreneur out there, anyone that wants to start doing something that they've been really wanting to start doing, whether it be starting a business or starting a weight loss journey or starting to rap or make music, whatever it is. Kind of talk to them and let them know, like, kind of, like give them some words of encouragement before we end this.
Some words of encouragement.
Look at that camera so we can use that for
this
reels,
one?
Gotta
Oh,
get
yeah,
those,
gotta
gotta get
get
those
that,
social
gotta get
media
that.
clips in.
My words of encouragement would be that if you think you can't do it, you can't. So it's going to start with that thought. It's going to start with that belief that whatever you feel like your gift is, whatever you feel like your purpose is, and whatever you feel like you deserve, you have to truly feel like you deserve it. For my people that are religious out there that pray, you have to put action behind that prayer.
Action.
For my manifestors out there that believe in the universe and things of that nature, you got to put some action behind them affirmations, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, it's all going to come down to your work and being addicted to that work, and in weight loss and fitness. You know, you learn how to do the hardest exercises. The rest of the stuff is going to be easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the work. You learn how to do the hardest things that's keeping you from getting to where you need to go. And once those get easier, the rest of this process is easier.
Build those
man.
habits.
And so develop those habits, discipline yourself, and understand that it's not going to always be beautiful, but the other side of what you're looking for, and when you obtain it, it's going to be great, man. And it's the greatest feeling in the world.
That's why I love it, man. I want to end with this. If you're 20 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, and you have literally been living a life that you're not happy with for that many years, so what's the next 2-3 years of working yourself and giving yourself 100%? If you're 18, 22, 52, 32, whatever the number is, and if you have been living and you're living a life right now that you're not happy with because you have not chose to take the leap to work on yourself and become that version of yourself you want to be, then what's another 2 and 3 years of working yourself and seeing what you'll become? If you're already living a life right now that you're not liking, just start. Just get it done.
Man.
Get out there. Get uncomfortable.
Nobody has the answers.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right? Nobody has the answers,
And
bro.
stop listening to those gurus that get you rich in a month. They're just going to go broke. Those programs are like $10,000. I've seen all that nonsense. I'm like, I look at other programs like 10 G's.
Yeah, bro.
10 G's. And some of these people I actually know. And, you know, they can't even, that's all right, though. You know, we know a couple. I know a couple. I'm like, but, you know,
listen,
it is
man,
what it is.
Don't try to skip the stairs, man, because it's a stairway to the success that you want, and take every step, because every step is going to count, and every step is going to teach you how to stay there when you get to that top of the stairs, when you make it to your destination. Everything that you learn taking every step is going to mold you and keep you prepared for anything that comes when you make it up to the top and sustain being at the top.
God damn. I'm going to end it with this. Nothing is owed to you. Nothing at all is owed to you. Everything is earned.
I'm a real man. I build this foundation with my bare hands. My supporters are family. I don't call them fans. This shit is deeper than Facebook and Instagram. Them ladies fucking with me cause I give them truth.